Story Adventure 501st Joint Fighter Wing Episode U2. The Kawanishi N1K Kyofu. Strong Wind, Allied reporting name Rex is an Imperial Japanese Navy floatplane fighter. The Kawanishi N1K J Shiden. Violet Lightning was an Imperial Japanese Navy Air Service land-based version of the N1K. Yoshika Miyafuji is the main protagonist of the Strike Witches, is an ace pilot and the best healer in Fuso. Yoshika Miyafuji was a schoolgirl who heals animals, and her look was brown hair, blue and white school uniform, and her power transformation was her fox ears that she can fly and transform to herself. Kaniyoshi Muto was born to a humble farming family in June 1916 in Aichi Prefecture. Muto grew to after serving for a brief period aboard the destroyer Uranami. He applied for flight training to advance his career. In July 1936 he graduated as a naval aviator and was assigned to the Omura Air Group. Yoshika is the only daughter of Ichiro Miyafuji, a researcher renowned as the father of striker units. Her mother Sayaka and grandmother Akimoto Yoshiko retain a high level of magic power even after exceeding their 20s, which makes them an extremely uncommon family. Kaniyoshi Muto. Muto Kaniyoshi, June 1916–July 24, 1945, was a Japanese naval aviator and flying ace known for his great skill in fighter aircraft. Fellow ace Saburo Sakai called him a genius in the air. Before enlisting in the 501st Joint Fighter Wing, she was a second-year student at the Yokosuka 4th Girls Only Middle School, where her grades were average among the students. After the disband of the 501st JFW due to the liberation of Gallia, she resumed her studies and graduated from middle school. Muto went to war in China flying with the 12th Air Group. He earned his first air victory on December 4, 1937 during the Battle of Nanking when he shot down a Soviet-made Polikarpov I-16. Mio Sakamoto becomes fast friends with Lynette from the day she came to Britannia and first joined the Strike Witches. They have a lot in common and quickly gain a sister-in-arms relationship and grew very protective of one another. On some occasions, Mio Sakamoto, parallel to the attack on Pearl Harbor, Japanese forces attacked the Philippines. On December 8, 1941, Muto, flying with the 3rd Air Group, took part in the attacks on Iba Airfield and Clark Airfield to eliminate the immediate threat of American air power. With the Nero nest over Venezia obliterated, the witches yet again go their separate ways. Since Yoshika lost her magical powers, she begins her medical career in Fuso. Life appears rather peaceful until Yoshika encounters a new Fuso witch. Kaniyoshi Muto. On December 7, 1941, Japanese air and naval forces launched a surprise attack on the American naval and air base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, killing 2,400 Americans and heavily damaging the U.S. Pacific Fleet. She is a young girl with short brown hair and eyes. She wears a white sailor uniform, blue swimsuit, blue skirt and brown shoes. She sometimes walks around without any pants. Kaniyoshi Muto. Japanese Army Aviator grouping is one of my all-time absolute favorite groupings. It consists of the Japanese Army flight suit, flight gloves, and flight boots. Thank you. Stories 501st Joint Fighter Wing. Find me YouTube.